tonight, we've got a good one on tap. It's the LA Chargers and the Dallas Cowboys. Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen on hand as Cameron Dicker is set to kick things off. And off we go from spectacular AT&T Stadium. The Cowboys come out and they are led out by Dak Prescott as they have been for a decade. Wow. It's his 10th season as a Cowboy, three-time Pro Bowler who is now 32 years old.
Well, it seems like we say the same thing, doesn't it, going into every season? And it's part of being the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. There's no bigger spotlight in sports. The pressure is on you from day one, and Dak Prescott has never shied away from any of it. So can he get back healthy? Can he be out there for all the regular season games? Because when he's been healthy and that group around him has been intact, they're a perennial playoff contender. Can they get back to that? I think that's what everyone around the league is wondering. And a lot of that success down in Dallas is going to come down to the play at quarterback by Dak Prescott. Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in. That might make this a first down.
Automatic first down.
Go play action. It's Prescott. And this time the rush gets home. And down he goes.
And I like the idea of moving the pocket. It makes it harder for the defense to rush the passer, but you have to account for the end man on the line of scrimmage. And that guy's job is to set an edge. Nobody gets outside of me. In this case, the quarterback. You've got to be better protecting your edges anytime you put your quarterback on the move.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now Prescott. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start. And a loss of yards on the play.
Brings up 3rd down.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
Tries to get that one down the field, but it is incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there. And that'll set up 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. Bring it back out to the 20-yard line. So here come the Chargers, and it's year 6 and year 2 for Justin Herbert, Greg. It's year 2 with Jim Harbaugh, but the 6th season for the 6th overall pick in the 2020 draft.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback. Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From the 29, here's second down and a yard. Now it's the rookie, Omarion Hampton. And I don't think he got there, wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, and now you're looking at third down.
Great job here defensively, Mike. Make them snap the ball again. 2nd and 1, they're not conceding anything. Make it 3rd and 1 and see if your defense can come up again with a stop for no gain.
They send the tight end in motion. We'll try to run for it with Hampton. And that's not going to work either. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. It's going to bring up 4th down.
You spend all week developing your opening script. What are you going to do when you get the ball for the first time, Mike? Well, I promise you, it wasn't go 3 and out and punt. But give credit to the defense. Nice job getting off the field here early. Get the ball back to your offense.
On 4th down, out is J.K. Scott to punt for the Chargers. Cavante Turpin to return for the Cowboys. The Cowboys offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Prescott. This is a short one that's caught by Ferguson. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's a gain of 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Ball on the 35. Here comes a 2nd and 5. They run over center with Williams. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
On 3rd down, Prescott in trouble, and down he goes.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Here's Brian Anger now. He's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. Davis to return it. And a nice return there. The offense not going to be backed up as much as they could have. Drive's going to start from beyond the 20. The Chargers offense are now ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They were 3 and out first time around. They'll begin anew here in this scoreless game. It's 1st and 10. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. No play fake. Herbert. He's got the hookup downfield with McConkey. How about 25 yards to start the drive? 1st down.
And the Chargers, 1st down. It's a gain of 25 yards. And the Chargers, 1st down.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and get a fresh set of downs.
And wow, it's hard to get a square shot when he's moving like that. Spinning and turning and picking up 9 yards.
Down at the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. They'll go again with Hampton, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. Herbert looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he'll be taken down, but good enough to keep this drive going. It's a 1st down.
A gain of 10 yards.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
A give, and here comes Hampton. He looks forward for maybe a yard. DeMarvion overshown there on the tackle.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Cowboys' 31-yard line.
From the 31, here is 2nd and 8. Shotgun now for Herbert. That one complete to Johnston. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. They get 15 on that game. It's good for a Charger 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not. And when he throws it, touch it.
And the Chargers are going to be set up with 1st and goal. He is down at the 6.
That's another.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
They'll run with Hampton. Good blocking, and he's in. Omarion Hampton. Touchdown Chargers.
Touchdown Chargers.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Dicker's good with the extra point. And the Chargers will take a 7-0 lead.
Cowboys nothing.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Cavante Turpin on the return. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They've had it twice and they've punted twice, still seeking that first down of the game as they begin this 3rd drive. Drive begins with a run by Williams. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. 12 12 yards on the gain. That's good for a quick first down.
Cowboys.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
Dak can throw it here on first down. That's out wide to Williams. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. And it's a gain of 20 on the heels of another big play to begin this drive.
The ability to generate explosive plays is the greatest correlation with the ability to score points. So every defense nowadays is trying to say, cannot let them throw the ball over our head. And what does that do? Gets you a little bit more depth in your drops. Makes it a little bit easier for some of these check down pickups.
He'll get him behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. That's Elijah Molden who took him down.
At the Chargers' 27-yard line.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap for Prescott. A throw on the move is caught. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 15s. Prescott is main man last. CD gets the Cowboys a first down.
At the 13-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often. So that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Taken down at the 11-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Pistol now for Prescott. Short throw, caught by Ferguson.
Complete to Jake Ferguson. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Third and 7. Prescott now. This one caught at the floor. And he's in. C.D. West. Touchdown, Dallas. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and through. Cowboys will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. Now return, coming from the 7. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. On play action, it's Herbert. He'll swing this out to Hampton. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 6. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. He'll find an open man. It's Allen. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4. It'll bring up 3rd down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Herbert going to try to throw on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. And it's great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
The Cowboys offense ready to get back at it. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And he shows up with strong legs running through 1 tackle. Give him a gain of 8.
Tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
2nd and a yard. They'll go again here with Williams. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down. Ravaged by plenty. It's 3rd and 2, and they got 8.
That's such a deflating feeling for a defense here on 3rd and short. They've got great coverage, but they don't account for the quarterback picking it up with his legs. It's exactly what he's able to do here on the scramble. Fresh set of downs.
Here's the give up the middle with Williams. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Deshaun Hand in on the tackle.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 7. It's another run here for Williams. We managed to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. Deion Henley there on the tackle.
It's a gain of 3.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains. They're nothing fancy. But they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. A huge play for Dallas. 33 yards.
26-yard line.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
Prescott's pass
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
On the give, it's Williams. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. We're back to Arlington in a moment. On to the second quarter. Cowboys possess the football. They've moved the ball well here, but now face 3rd and 2. As we are ready to get back underway. Quick throw on target to Pickens. And the Cowboys are going to be set up. 1st and goal. He is down at the 6.
Cowboys, first down.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
And he'll run forward to the 2, setting up 2nd and goal.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
From a little closer, here's 2nd and goal. Williams, and he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal.
A 2-yard pickup.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
They'll go with the sneak, and he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Dak Prescott, touchdown Cowboys. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Certain quarterbacks have a knack for that, and he finds the space to get in the end zone for the touchdown, Greg.
Yeah, just a good old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Kind of a play that's taken the league by storm. Not necessarily the tush-push like we see up in Philly, but just as effective here, Mike.
Aubrey, good with the extra point. And the Cowboys will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Chargers 7.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Here's Darius Davis to return it. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Chargers offense starting to try it out for this next possession. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Now Herbert on the bootleg. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
Well, you know, Mike, if I had to guess, I'd say that's probably not what they had in mind when they called that play, but those guys on defense, it felt like they knew what was coming from the start, and they got to him in a hurry.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Play action now. It's Herbert. A dive and a catch. Incredible. 11 yards on the connection there. 1st down, L.A.
down.
So, Mike, you look back at the quarterback and you see that this ball is coming out of his hand and it's going to be low. And the decision's made. You've got to go down to the ground to secure the catch. First order of business. Your hands are between the ground and the ball, no matter what that looks like. And then once you secure it, you've got to roll, protect the ball, and under no circumstances can that ball move or hit the ground. And how often do we see a great catch overturned on replay? So it's not easy. You get paid to catch them all. The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Brad McConkey, the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up second down.
And you can see the quarterback, he's looking up at the Jumbotron after that throw, Mike. He knows he just got away with one, and he's thinking, all right, what do I got to do to make an adjustment that it's not so close the next time?
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Second time they've connected on the drive, and this one goes for 17 yards.
So the athleticism of this tight end is pretty well documented, Mike. I mean, he can pick up yards after the catch. It's just such a rare trait for tight ends. So it's the size, it's the speed, it's the matchup problem. I mean, we got a glimpse of all of it right here.
Run between the tackles for Hampton. He did a nice job there, sidestepping tacklers on his way to a pickup of 8.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the Cowboys' 21-yard line.
Second and 1 now from the 21. Hampton going to get it on the zone read. And that'll be a gain of 2 and a first down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. Third and short, fourth and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
On first down, Herbert. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Second and 10. From the gun, it's Herbert. That's going to be incomplete. Covered very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Throwing is Herbert on third down. He gets this one complete to Johnston. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Quentin Johnston. Touchdown, L.A.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. And you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns. Man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Point after now from Dicker.
Extra point.
He's got it. And the Chargers will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square. 14 apiece the score as this one's away. On the return, here's Turpin. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Cowboys offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. Troy Dobb. He's there to make the tackle.
34-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. A give, and here comes Williams. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
We're seeing such an uptick, Mike, across the league in these hybrid kind of positionless defenders, especially safety. So are they a safety? Are they a linebacker? They're good in both coverage. And in this case, they can play near the line of scrimmage and still make plays on the ground.
He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
That's good for a Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
3rd down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback, and even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
To the outside, looked in by Lamb. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. A gain of 16 yards. That's good for a Dallas first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line. A gain of 26, and it sets up 1st and goal.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Operating from the gun, here's Dak. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone. And
a dive, and he's in! Touchdown, Dallas.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
On for the PAT is Aubrey. He knocks it through. Cowboys have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead.
Chargers 14.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. The return, here comes Davis. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Chargers offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14. And they'll begin 1st and 10. Fake the handoff. Now Herbert. His fullback releasing. And he's going to bring it in. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
39-yard line.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Hampton trying to work inside. He'll get forward for a couple. The veteran, Kenny Clark, in on the stop.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
From the gun on 3rd down, Herbert. It's a gain of 19 in the air. And the Chargers have the 1st down.
19 yards. And the Chargers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Having a tight end that can contribute in the passing game, Mike, I mean, it just seems like it's become more and more common throughout the entire league. And not only do you have to be reliable, but you have to be athletic enough after the catch to take advantage of some of these targets. So it's exactly what he does here, and you can tell why he's such a big part of this offense.
He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
On play action, now Herbert. He'll dump this down to the fullback coming out of the backfield. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
It seems like the fullback is kind of the last of a dying breed, but we see them used occasionally in the run game. But, man, when you have a guy that you can target in the passing game, it just adds one more layer for a defense to have to worry about.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
It's now 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem. And that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
47-yard attempt.
Dicker's kick is good. And the Chargers will cut the lead down to 4.
Chargers 17.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So, Dicker back out after the field goal. He'll send this one away. This just makes it to the landing zone. It's taken at the 18. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Williams. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Dayon Henley on the tackle. A gain of a yard. brings up 2nd and 9 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap for Prescott. There's a short one that's caught by Ferguson. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And, man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. Justin Herbert back out there. He and the Chargers getting set to go once more. He's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Herbert. Looking middle and complete with Allen. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 35.
That is a big play for LA. 35 yards.
It's a gain of
Those are the
35.
explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
And he'll get forward for about a yard. DeMarvion Overshown there on the tackle.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Cowboys' 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action now. Herbert finding the tight end. Here's Will Dissly. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Chargers
First time these two have connected this afternoon. And it'll wind up being a 1st down.
Really nice job there, Mike. All they're trying to do is just clear some space for the tight end and then let him go to work in the middle of the field. Now they're set up nicely inside the red zone.
Herbert now on 1st down. Short throw taken in by Dissly. And he's in. What a try. Will Dissly. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Dicker now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Chargers extend the advantage to a field goal. It's 24-21. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. This one fielded at the 15. And this will work out quite well. They'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession to try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's down. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
10 at the 30-yard line.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
2nd down. Prescott. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And he's out of bounds, up close to the 45-yard line. They get 14 out of the screen, and it's a 1st down.
That's good for a Cowboys.
The relationship between the back and the offensive lineman is now the key for the run after catch. You want to make sure those linemen don't get too far down the field where they can't help protect the back. So once the running back catches it, there's a go-go call. Now everyone knows it's time to go downfield. The running back falls in behind them, and that's the landmark of the screen play.
At his 48-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Prescott. Throw left side, caught by Ferguson. Give them 14 on that one. 1st down, Cowboys.
The Cowboys, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the
And now you can see they're
line.
really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Khalil Mack.
And now the Cowboys are going to take a timeout. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this 1st half.
Line.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throwing is Prescott. Over the middle to his tight end, Ferguson. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their 2nd as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. What a good choice to get out and run. That's a pickup of 18 and a 1st down.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
1st down, it is Williams. They get 14 yards and set up 1st and goal. Cowboys going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half.
Goal at the 3-yard line.
So here's a chance to take the lead going into the locker room. It's 1st and goal. Here's Dak to throw. He's got his big tight end, Jake Ferguson. Touchdown, Cowboys.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. Now let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the 1st half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
Aubrey now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Cowboys have taken a 4-point advantage.
Chargers 24.
So, final seconds of this first half. Looks like they'll take a lead into the locker room as the kick's away. And he will not attempt to return, so this will come out now to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Motion man is Johnston. On 1st and 10, here's Herbert. The open man is Johnston. He's got it. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. Here's 2nd and 2. Herbert. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Logan Wilson. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen here on the 5th floor studios. A little abridged version of the halftime report here, as both defensive coordinators might be having speaks with their players. That begs the question, can any defense get a stop in the second half? To find out, let's go back out to the stadium and join our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. No rest at the break for a couple of, I'm sure, weary defensive coordinators trying to figure out how to stop these offenses here in the second half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Herbert. Hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Tight end going in motion here. Herbert to throw on 2nd down. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, You really get a good idea what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
He dives, and what a catch for the first down.
15 yards on the
Gain of
play.
13 for number 13.
Chargers,
And a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
You just love to see this effort, especially on third down. You understand, you want to keep this possession alive. You have to do everything in your power sometimes to bail out your quarterback, and it's exactly what he does here, and it brings up a fresh set of downs.
Shotgun snap, and we give it to Hampton. And he will not be able to turn upfield. He'll drop him behind the line.
Just a little too much east and west there for my liking. I understand what they're trying to do, getting the ball out on the perimeter, but on these early downs, plant your foot and get downhill. Great job by the defense stringing it out, and they're able to force him down for a loss.
Now it's Herbert. They'll set up the screen to Hampton. And that one just too long to get going. They'll come up, stop him before the lineman could get out to lead the way.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all three levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. And that's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
Going for it all. And that is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down? It's something these teams stress all week. There's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
And the Chargers will punt, getting set to kick it away. Fair catch, taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Now it's Williams. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
Pistol now for Prescott. He'll step up and run. Dak wisely hits the deck at the end, but he slides after picking up the first down.
That's good.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
Dak can throw it here on first down. To the outside. Catch made by Pickens.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
2nd and 5. Play action now. Prescott. To one side, he's got Ferguson. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 28
They'll have
yards.
a first down. It's a gain of 28.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So I really like the decision here that you're going to throw the ball to one of your big tight ends, but it's the personnel grouping that you do it out of. Bring as many big bodies onto the field as possible, stay with the passing game, and you're able to find one of those big tight ends for a first down.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
11 more
It's a
yards.
gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
1st and 10.
Really
at the
nice
24
job
yard
there,
line.
Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Dak gonna run with it himself.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 6. Now this looks like a design run, and no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
You saw the guard take a pass set, Mike. He's hoping that defensive tackle just races up the field trying to sack the quarterback, and then you just hand the ball off to your back on a draw. In this case, the defensive tackle does a great job going from pass to run, and he's able to take the back down for a loss.
The throw, that's complete on the slant. And it'll easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up.
That's another Cowboys first down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
Second and goal.
Ball at the 3, 2nd down and goal. Now Prescott. And he'll take it on in. George Pickens. Touchdown, Dallas. Now Aubrey for the extra point. He's got it. Cowboys will extend this third quarter lead.
35. Chargers 24.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 3. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Chargers offense ready to get back at it. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run with Hampton. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7.
At the 34-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Second down and 3. Now a give, but here comes the reverse. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. A pickup of 14 on that one. It's good for a Charger first down.
I like the change of pace. The idea that you want to keep the ball on the ground, but you don't want to do it in the traditional sense of just turning around and handing it off to your running back. So this time, they give it to the wide receiver. They get him in space, get the ball in his hands, and he turns it into a solid gain.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Shotgun now for Herbert. That is left side and taken in by Allen. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A gain there of 15. First down, LA.
10 at the 33-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. A long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down.
First down,
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
And he overshot his man out of the end zone. That one's incomplete. He was looking for Keenan Allen on that one. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Motion man is Johnston. From the gun, it's Herbert. A look to the end zone, and it's broken up. Incomplete. There was no space, no separation that time. That's going to bring it to 3rd and goal.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
Motion man is the tight end going right. Herbert now on 3rd. A throw out wide. That is dropped. That could be a live football. And they will get another chance. They cover it up after very nearly squandering a great scoring opportunity.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Here's Cameron Dicker now on for the field goal. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chargers are able to get it back within a score.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
So, Dicker back out after the field goal. He'll send this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. They're going to be set up with a short field. What a tremendous kick return.
That's just a lack of contain here by the kickoff team. You have to at least be able to slow him down. But he's able to get a good head of steam going up that right side. And he's finally forced out of bounds, but not until he gets to the other side of midfield.
The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. It'll be a run out of the gun with Williams. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Here's 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap for Prescott. In the middle of the field, it's taken by C.D. Lamb. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
3rd and short. Prescott. And he's in! George Pickens. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
The kicker
on for the PAT is Aubrey. It's up and good. And the Cowboys are going to extend their lead.
Cowboys 42, Chargers 27.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Justin Herbert back out there. He and the Chargers getting set to go once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. They'll start on the ground with Hampton. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
The Chargers.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
On play action now. Herbert, that's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback. Because this defense, they're on to him. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
The Cowboys offense and George Pickens out for their next possession. They start with the lead and the football. And they do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here is 2nd and 5. Dak to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down. after a gain of 7.
First down.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers. Everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
They run over center with Williams. And they continue to be tough to stop. Chance to extend the lead even further as they are set up with 1st and goal.
Cowboys.
Have to imagine at some point here, Mike, the defensive coordinator looks to change things up. This running back has had his way with them all day long. Get a few more guys in the box. But then you know what that does. It opens you up down the field to that passing game.
The pressure is too much, and he goes down. That is Deshaun Hand. He gets through to drop him, and it's a loss of 4.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Now from the 9, it'll be 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, here's Dow. And they'll get about 5 yards closer, but now it is 3rd and goal.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
3rd and goal for Prescott. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
On 4th down, here's Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal try. This about as short as you can get. Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
Chargers.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. Had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. The tight end, Allen, in motion. On 1st down, Herbert. This pass caught. Right side, it's Allen. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
Short pass taken in by the tight ends. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Brings up 3rd down.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. He gets this one complete to Johnston.
And Johnston
A gain of 17 yards. And the Chargers have the first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Just take what the defense is giving you. And you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
He'll look underneath here for Hampton. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the third. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Third and a yard. They'll run the sneak. They'll be brought down at the 37, but that is good enough for a first down.
And the Chargers.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
That one complete to McConkey. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Throwing now is Herbert. Looking middle, he'll get it complete to McConkey. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Now Herbert again. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Quentin Johnston, the man he was looking for on that one. And it'll be third down. Again, they'll throw with Herbert. He'll try to run for it.
Justin Herbert down the scramble.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
Here's Cameron Dicker now on for the field goal. This will be a 38-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Chargers are back within 2 scores.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
So, Dicker back out after the field goal. He'll send this one away. Now, a return coming from the 14. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
On the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 29-yard line.
It's another run here for Williams. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
On third down, Prescott. And that is incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
Cowboys special teams unit heads out for the punt as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. He cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. Justin Herbert back out there. He and the Chargers getting set to go once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Tight end, the motion man to the right. Handoff, it's Hampton. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Putting the tight end in motion. Throwing, Herbert. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
Well, they face this possible 3-and-out following that second down sack. Now, if you're the quarterback, you've got to be thinking, get the ball out of my hand, find a matchup I like downfield, and try to push this ball past the sticks and keep this drive alive.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Now it's Herbert. Looking middle and complete with Allen. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up 4th down. The Chargers get set to kick it away, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. good return here. Able to take it across the 50. Set up the offense with a short field. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. We'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. Here's Ferguson on the tight end screen. And he's going to be very close to the first down marker. Out of bounds after a gain of 9.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
On second down, a run with Williams. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
He's got his man. It's Pickens. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
And at this stage of the game, every first down gets them one step closer to being able to finish this one out. This defense has to find a way to get off the field. They have to get the ball back to their offense to give them a chance.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 16 yards. Pick up on that one. That's good for a Dallas first down.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
There's a short one that's caught by Ferguson. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
It is 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Dak. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
Doesn't it seem like that every time we see a highlight reel catch, they love showing the wide receivers and the running backs, but let's give a little love to the big tight end. I mean, what an athletic play. Understanding that ball was down and away, you've got to lay out to secure it, and not only is he able to get his...
And he will take this one across into the end zone. And Prescott, touchdown, Dallas. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Aubrey now for the extra point. The kick is good. Cowboys will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Chargers 30.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Davis now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense ready to take over once again. Things not looking good. But see if we can get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Fake the handoff. Now Herbert throwing right. That's Johnston. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
And despite things looking pretty bleak at the moment, I think you got to respect the fact they're out there swinging. They're trying to pull off a double-digit comeback here in the fourth quarter.
Throwing on first down is Herbert. Downfield, that's Johnston. He's got it. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
It's a gain of 28 yards.
A pickup there of 28 yards.
Another Chargers.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
Motion man is Johnston. The second down throw is incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
Throwing is Herbert on third down. This one finds McConkey. And he will score! Matt McConkey! Touchdown Chargers. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a two-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
The Chargers will...
Hampton trying to run for it, and he's not going to get in. The decision to go for two doesn't pay off. Unable to cut any further into the deficit.
36. Cameron Dicker
after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. A good return as he takes it across the 30. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense is ready to make their way back onto the field. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Williams. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now is one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
They'll go again here with Williams. And he's going to get first down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line.
That's good for a Cowboys first down. 1st and 10.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up the first down.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
Tulotu on the stop. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. at the 45-yard line.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Play fake. Prescott. In the middle of the field, it's taken by C.D. Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
25 yards on the
25
play.
Yards, the
And
pickup
the
there.
Cowboys,
First down, Cowboys.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 3. They'll go with Williams. And he'll bring this inside the 15. That's good enough for the first down.
A 7-yard gain. That's another Cowboys first down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground. Man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
At the 13-yard line.
Hook him up on a 2nd down and 8. This is Davis. And he'll pick his way forward. A gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down.
He was brought down at the 8-yard line. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Shotgun snap for Prescott. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey.
On for the
Officially a
Cowboys field goal.
29-yard attempt.
29-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good.
Makes the score
And the Cowboys
55.
add on to their
Chargers,
lead.
36.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey at the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chargers offense headed back to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Herbert, who outs another catch for his favorite target. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
The left side, catch made by McConkey. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
And the Chargers.
Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down. Shotgun now for Herbert. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
Justin Herbert.
Osa Odigizua getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
And this quarterback just continues to take a beating throughout the entire game. They have to find a way to keep him upright. Otherwise, I'm not sure if he's going to make it out of this game in one piece.
That is left side and taken in by Allen. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now. And a first down to boot.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Now a timeout Chargers here. That's their second. And they'll get together prior to this second down play. To throw is Herbert. There's that man again. Another catch. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
And while this game is certainly all but over, this drive really comes down to pride. On one side, you got a team trying to show they're willing to fight all the way to the end. And then the other, they don't want to give up a touchdown at this point in the game.
Herbert to the air again. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. Greg, they have such a knack. It's like they're on the same page. The quarterback almost feels like, well, when you were playing, you know where that guy's going to be in the end zone.
Yeah, we used to have a saying, Mike, we say we don't run routes like they're lines on a piece of paper, and especially against zone coverage. Down here in the red zone, the rule is if you're open, stay open. Don't run past an open zone to get covered. That's exactly what this tight end does here. Friendly target, ball on time, touchdown.
Chargers 43.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Illegal touching. Offense.
This is tough. You're trying to give your guys a chance and time it just right, but you have to hit it hard enough. This time, it doesn't go 10 yards. Not going to work out.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Only one timeout remaining for the defense as they take a knee. So it's a win for the Cowboys. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Cowboys as we say so long from Arlington.